a very long time since I did Teen Titans Go. I'm just going to point out right now that I'm not going to review a lot of episodes. But I did watch 2 episodes. Waffles, which is an episode I also reviewed earlier this year, and now this. This episode is by far the worst Teen Titans Go episode I've heard for some fans. This episode is so bad, so uncomfortable, and so unwatchable that people really wish it never existed in the first place, and why Teen Titans Go is the worst Cartoon Network show ever. Okay, I know Out of Jimmy's Head is worse, but since that show didn't last long, it's really surprising and shockingly that this show still lasts forever. When Control Freak does the masterful plan by destroying the Teen Titans, he decides to do the fourth wall. And the Wires literally do that. No, I'm not kidding. I got the feeling that the entire people who worked on this episode actually looked at the criticism from the fans. And this is how they give to us. Flashback to good Teen Titans, and then they think that what they're doing right now is terrible. However, the characters don't care. They really don't. In fact, they're really not oblivious that a fourth wall existed in this cartoon. I mean, I just can't believe they actually did something like this. If you're going to do fourth wall stuff, do it as a joke, not an entire episode of it. And not only that, it feels like they're just crapping on the fan base. I'm really sure they really are. It just shows to me that they don't take criticism whatsoever. Even if this is supposed to be a joke, it's by far the stupidest, cruelest, and most idiotic joke I have ever seen from any other cartoon. Even people like me who haven't watched this show can show that this show is just an awful abomination. I mean, really, in the ending of the episode, the main characters beat the bad guy by farting in his face. Oh my god. Why does fart have to take over comedy? Why does the Wires have to be so lazy? And why do they have to break the fourth wall in order to have this episode end? Why? The characters are so terrible in this episode that they don't even think about that the Wires are the cause to all of this. Oh my god. I mean, I don't watch this show, but after watching this episode, I can really understand why this show is terrible. I did watch the episode Waffles, and it was an abomination to mankind, but this episode takes the spot of the worst episode from the show. It's like the Wires don't care anymore, and they decide to be terrible, only because there's actually people who actually like this show. Why can't there ever be negative responses from people like us so this show can never continue? Just why? Why does the fan base have to be so big? I know I'm supposed to watch the original cartoon before watching this, but even when I didn't, I still looked at some fan bases and reviews on good episodes from the original Teen Titans, and I did see the Mr. Mentos reviews of some of the Teen Titans Go episodes, and mostly Baseball Sam's one. So, after watching all the information I have from this cartoon, and this is actually the very first episode that I ever watched that I never saw a review of, I can understand that I do not need to watch a review to understand that this episode is terrible. Even this show in general. I really hate this show just after watching this episode. This episode is abomination to animation. Yes, I did say that. This episode is so bad, so unwatchable, that it's by far the worst Teen Titans Go episode. Just of how terrible the Wires are to their fans. It's like they already know that they actually love Teen Titans Go, and yet that there's some other fans like us hate it, and they decide to go to the hate route. This is why this got so many low ratings from every other website, because of how lazy and immature the Wires are. Cartoon Network may have improved, but this show is the only show that completely drags away Cartoon from being a great network. Cartoon Network may have some bad shows, but later in 2010s, they have improved a little bit. Steven Universe, while I don't watch that show, is getting more popular, and Adventure Time might be coming to an end. Some people may like it, but I don't. And as for other cartoons, I haven't seen any information. But the fact that this show is still going on, and the fact that there's going to be a movie. Oh my god! Why? You really are going to make a movie based off the Teen Titans Go? Ugh. If I have Patreon, I really hope that people don't request me to do a lot of Teen Titans Go episodes. Because after watching this, I despise the show. Because of how it slaps to the fans' face after watching the 2 years of the show when this episode premiered. Oh my god. This episode just damages all of the Halo's brains. And now I became a Halo, and this episode damaged my brain. I do not want to watch this episode where Beast Boy moans in front of the camera. That just adds more to the stupidity and immaturity from the writers. I'm just speechless about this episode. I really am. I've got nothing else to say. This episode gets a 1.5 out of 10. You see those facial expressions? It just shows that they haven't learned a lesson since day one. Anyway, there's only one more episode left for Cartoon Crisis. And I can just point out that it's not going to be for kids. I'll see you next time.